My name is Emmanuelle Miersman. I'm French. I'm a teacher for special needs kids. My students are 8 and they are from 6 to 12 years old. And they have language trouble or cognitive impairment. I don't really have a class, but a specialized teaching device. Well, in March, when we understood we have to close schools for the quarantine, I never thought it would take such a long time. And we clearly weren't prepared. The government said we know how to do that. In fact, it's not true. We were alone. We did what we could with what we had. Some devices for correspondence education were open and free for the family, but if we wanted to prepare ourselves our lessons, we didn't know how to do. We had to invent a new way of teaching. Some teachers regroup online, but in fact, a lot of teachers were alone, trying to do the best they could to reinvent, as said our president, a new working. So for me, each day I sent by email to my pupils the work they had to do. I create some games and work online. And sometimes we had a video conference, but it wasn't the same, but because we need to be near them, and especially for my pupils, and they weren't really concentrated on the task, and so it was really hard for that. Well, I tried to give each day enough to work and to progress, but not too much, because I knew it would be hard for some of them. And I always say them to do the best, but not stress for what they can't. You know, kids and family were very under pressure in this period. And my wish was they were healthy and serene. Regarding the schoolwork, for me, the biggest difficulty was to keep in touch with every kid. Some of them hadn't the good equipment, just a mobile phone and any printer. Some parents hadn't the computer knowledges or hadn't time enough to spend for their kids because of their work. Some of them thought they were in holidays and didn't work, and we hadn't any way to control that. However, I cannot some good things for me because I improved my computer skills. But in fact, I was always in front of my laptop, alternate between my teaching and my mother's role with 2 sons of 5 and 10, controlling their work, helping the youngest. What a gymnastic, but hopefully they are self-rolling. And also during this period, I went to school sometimes because some of us agreed to welcome in school the children of people who worked for health. So we had about 7 kids when we did that. And then in May, the 11th, we could open schools again, but in my school, only 2 days per teacher and 2 days per kids, and just 10 kids maximum per classroom. So 2 days we were in class with about 10 pupils, but we always had to send the work for those who stayed at home. And 2 days we were at home, as in March and April. And just 2 weeks before holidays, the school was compulsory again, but with physical distanciation, washing hands, mask only for adults, and not cross another group. So find a new schedule for every group. Such a long time spending to prepare this back to school for just 2 weeks. It was hard for the stress and really not easy, but that's the way. And now, in September the 1st, everyone will be back. There is a healthy protocol, lighter than in June, masks for adults in primary and kids only in secondary, so 11 years old. In fact, I'm a little bit worried, not really for health, but for the level of the kids' knowledge. And I guess it will be harder for some of them. I hope it could be the occasion that I know I'm a sweet dreamer to finally take the time to know each kid and to take them where they are, to try to personalize their work in function of their needs. Because tomorrow, more than ever, we have to make it possible to help them to succeed. And we can't let children alone on the road. We have to carry them the more